You can easily just create a step one funnel where you just have a page like this. Go ahead and edit it. And inside the page, you just have a picture, maybe your website information, and a simplified form that you may want to use just to have them fill out a form and then tell them thank you when they select the button. That would be an easy one step form. When you're working with funnels, you really want to take your customer or your potential lead through a journey. And that's what we want to do here. So we're going to create a 3-step funnel that will hopefully give you some great ideas on exactly what type of funnel you want to build for your business based on the funnels. I'm going to go ahead and select back, and I'm going to pick a 2-step simple funnel. We call this 2-step because you'll see right here, the first page has a landing page with a form, and the second page has a thank you page. So it's 1-step, 2-step. Let's go ahead and go into the 1-step so you can see what a 1-step funnel would look like. You want it to be inviting. This is a great example of a 1-step. 24/7 emergency plumbing. You want to make sure your offer is loud and bold, and you can put custom fields and custom values based on your service area, or you can just fill in the blank right here and you can say in your location. And then you can see right here, give us a call, here's some information, and then here's the form. You'll see we've got a form filled out here, a couple of reviews, some great stuff, and a map of where we're located. Right here on the form, when you select the form, you're going to see down here the button actions. Remember, this is our step 1, so we need to have an action for the button to go to the next step. So we would say go to the next step. If you were just doing a single step, it might have an action or take them to your website. We want to make sure that the button of the form goes to the next step. We'll go ahead and select save. Go ahead and update this to save, and let's go back. Our step 1 is here. This is where we go into edit. This is where we can preview it. This is where we can click the settings right here. When I select settings, it's going to say the name and the path. We'll call this step 1. We'll update the page, and now we have a step 1 page. What I'd like to do is create a step 2. We want the confirm page to be the 3rd page. So it's so easy to just add a new step here. Watch this. The name of this funnel is the 24/7 emergency plumber funnel. I'm just going to add a step. We're going to call this step 2. We'll call this step 2. We're going to go ahead and create a step 2. And look at this right here. We're going to bring this in. And now we're ready to create our step 2. I'm going to go ahead and change the name of this to step 1. We've got step 1 here ready to go. Now, step 1 won't have any products. If you have access to A/B testing, you can sometimes create an additional variation to see which one is performing better than the other. When you go to products, you'll see any products that you might attach to the page, which we won't on step 1. And then publishing, you'll see the step name, emergency form, and the path. If we wanted to call this step 1, then our path would be step 1. We'll go ahead and update that, and now we've got our step 1 complete. You can create a variant by attaching another funnel to split test it, but you've got to make sure that you have a domain attached if you're using split testing. We'll go with this step 1, and we'll get started setting up our step 2. The other way that we can create a step 2, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Let's go ahead and type delete. And the other way right here is to see that I've created my step 1. We're going to update the step. Here's my step 1. If you look right down here, there's a little button that says clone the funnel step. I want it to have the same look and feel on my step 2, so I'm going to say clone the step. And what I want to do is I just want to clone step 1 to this funnel. There it is. I've now closed, and all I'm going to do is drag and drop this, and then all we want to do is rename it. We'll call this step 2. We'll call this one step 2. We'll update it, and now we're ready to design our step 2. So let's go design our step 2.